This is what happens whenever you create a very well designed game. And out of all the Switch games I've played or even looked into, this is by far the best worth your time. The audience for this being so low, I can probably see, because there can't be anything revealed too much about the game without spoiling a lot of the game, because the game is very story driven. So the thing that keeps you wanting to play is actually how involved you get into the story of the game, which it does very well, even though it is corny and very anime-like. There's still story attributes that actually get you very involved, even emotionally involved. and like I said, it will slowly introduce you to new fighting concepts as well, but I'll show you that in a second. You know, traditional JRPG thing. You can level up your characters, but in this game you have assistants called blades, which you can actually get from drops. And these drops are things called core crystals, and you can actually open up the core crystals, and from my experience, that it doesn't really matter if it's a common, rare, or legendary. You're pretty much equally going to get a chance of getting a common, rare, or legendary blade. And like I said, these blades that you get from them are actually sidekicks for your person that you assign them to, that the person that opens up the core crystal. And you can hold 3 people at a time, and as you can see, you have a lot of blades to choose from, because as you play the game you'll get a lot of these crystal cores, which are potential teammates, and every single one of these cores, all the common ones have similar skill sets, but when you get to the rare blades, that they call them, they'll start getting new attributes and new abilities that will combo together well with other people in your group. And then also you have to take in the fact that you can combo certain elements together that actually correlate with each other, that actually correlate with your other teammates' blades. You also have some abilities have a break ability, which makes them vulnerable, which gives you an opportunity to use one of your blades' knockdown ability, or a launch ability, so that way they're broke and now you can launch them up in the air after you use the ability. And yeah, it's a very intricate combat system. It's not something I can demonstrate on these low level people, but I can give a little example. And you can switch between these 3 people from that bottom left hand corner over here, and they're loading up as a battle starts, so you can switch between them. The one I'm using right now is a wind, and that bar on the right is going to gradually increase ever since I'm using ability, and see it went to 1, so I can use a level 1 wind ability, which I just do right there, and it gives you a time prompt, and it puts a wind elemental on that person. And you can see up there, you can see the next element that you need to do. He died, so I gotta start the chain over. But this lets you encourage his long battles. And see, now I can do a stone level 2. And doing big combos like that will get you core crystals. A bigger chance of them dropping your core crystals, which is really cool because it's a lottery ticket for which blade you might get. There's a lot of customization in this game, so you never run out of things to do in this game because you're constantly upgrading your regular person. Over here you can level up your blades' weapons to strengthen their arts, change out a combo of blades that you have to make new combos during battle, and you know, your skill tree. And also you have slots to where you can put in items, which will affect the way that you play. Like, for instance, my character has very fast auto attacks that have a chance to produce another auto attack and restore all those auto attacks, restore health. So that way, as I'm just standing there auto attacking, I'm gaining health. It's my little setup, but you can make your own setup with different items. And then, you know, pouch items will give you, they're pretty useful against boss fights before going against a boss. These are really good and nice things to have for each one of your characters. And for your blades, they actually have, see, something like that. I just got new skills unlocked because I played as them. But as you play with your blades, they level up their skill tree, and their abilities that they get are actually very useful for you because they allow you to go through areas that were otherwise unlocked. Like, you're in a boss room, a dungeon of sorts, that you're trying to get to the boss, and there's a pathway that's blocked with a giant boulder, but if you have one of your blades that have a level 3 strength, like over here, see, she has leaping, and if I did the prerequisites to unlock her level 2 leaping, then I'd be able to jump to a really high place to have a shortcut to a secret location that's in a dungeon, or just a shortcut to get to the boss that I otherwise would not have been able to do because I didn't have a blade that had level 2 leaping. And there are so many blades to unlock. I've already put in a good 120 hours, I believe, into this game, which is more than I've put on any game on the Switch, because I'm already in New Game Plus, and that should be a testament in itself of how addictive the game can get. But the main thing that keeps it going is the story, so I will show some of that. It will be a spoiler warning, and you can skip to this part of the video to avoid spoiler, but I see that it is pretty much needed to get a full perspective of what you can expect from a Xenoblade game, because these kind of things would be omitted normally from a regular review because you didn't want to spoil anything, but you really won't understand the depth that what Xenoblade has to offer unless you have a little bit of story to see.
I must admit, I've enjoyed playing my part in this hackneyed tale, but...
Time for the final act?
Huh? You're bluffing!
No! Rex!
What? You see, blades draw their power from atmospheric ether energy. They send their power to the crystal where it manifests. But what if we were to interrupt the flow?
Shit! Don't look good!
Damn! The power's draining out of my weapons.
It's no good. I can't transfer power, my lady.
Master Pun, Poppy feels funny.
Why won't you guys leave Pyra alone? Isn't it obvious? We want the power of the Aegis for ourselves. It's Jin's desire to erase all of humankind from the world.
What? Did Jin seriously say that? Erase all of humankind?
My. Surely you knew better than anyone. You know what humans are really like.
Huh?
Mia! What are you doing?
You've seen the capital. You've seen the ships, weapons, soldiers, all poised to invade Mor Ardain. Doesn't it make you want to laugh? Every corner of the world is defiled by such a vermin.
But that's nothing new. They haven't changed a bit in 500 years. No wonder Father abandoned them.
No, the only thing that hasn't changed is you. Father didn't want us to wipe out innocent life.
Why did he make us then? Get real. That's what we're for. To descend on the world and eliminate these pests.
What? Is that power coming from his blades?
Too
Playtime's over. Let's end it. Akos?
Agreed. How very noble.
bastards! Over here!
Nia! Tora! Damn! Stop, Rex! It's no good! Ah!
Rex!
Hitting girls isn't as much fun.
Malos, you're the icon of chivalry.
Malos.
You're not getting her!
An attack from the outside?
Van Damme! Ah, the lunk is back. But that pea shooter won't help you. Even if you hit, it'll barely register.
Bloody idiot! Think I don't know that? Are you ready, Rex? Another lesson for ya! Something else you could do with a blade!
What? What? Bastard!
He's channeling the energy from his weapon through his body.
Yeah, nothing you can do to stop this ether flow. Nothing at all!
Van Damme!
Move it! Take Pyra and scram, kid!
I can't just leave you here.
Ah! Rex, don't go dying on me here. You gotta make it. You gotta get away from here now. Live! Live for her! You gotta make it to Elysium!
I won't allow it! Give it up!
Just go, Rex! Remember to fight your war!
Van Damme! Oh, please. What a cliche. Yeah!
Rex?
Ah! You're gonna pay for this for Van Damme!
No. You have to go.
You're a pain in the ass, little shit!
Ah! I can't do it.
Rex. Rex.
Can't let you do this!
So long, kid!
Rex!
is this?
You can't rewrite the act now. It's too late.
Hey, idiot! Look out!
Huh?
You awoke at last, Mitra.
Mithra? Pyra! You're...
I am not Pyra.
Huh?
I am Mithra. Pyra, she's a different self that I constructed.
A different self?
No time for that.
Oh, okay.
Now focus. You need to focus, or I can't transfer my power.
No, it can't be. My powers are useless? Where is that energy coming from?
Wake up. She's not drawing from the ether. It's something else.
Not ether?
Mithra. Looking good. Things are heating up.
Let's do it.
What is this?
It's called foresight.
I don't...
A prediction of what will happen in the immediate future. Read their movements to find an opening, then counter.
I get it.
How did he dodge that?
Who cares how? Just get them!
Piece of cake.
You little... There's no way. There's no way to break their link. I don't think we're gonna beat them.
This is it. The true power of the Aegis takes me back. I've waited so long to see it again. Mithra, welcome back!
And that's how they introduce you into the middle of a fight with a boss. And there is no shortage of this. There is, as it might seem like it's an end part of the game, this is actually the first about 10 hours into the game. And you're going to have about 90 hours of story even if you do no side quests. And it is just fantastically paced. The story is, it only reveals enough to you to keep you wanting to keep on going, and it also introduces you to new combat abilities as well at a slow pace, to where you never feel like you know everything and you're constantly going to be unlocking new things. And that feeds into the gameplay loop of wanting to keep on progressing, and that's how you can lose 100 hours easily into this game, which I've already done. I'll show a fight against a larger monster. That way I can actually show off the combat system in this game, which goes pretty deep. Alright, I can actually show off the combat. Now, when you begin combat, you automatically auto-attack. Like, I'm not pressing any buttons right now, you just auto-attack. And you can see you can use these skills down there for your particular blade that you have with you right now. Now all my abilities are ready. I am on the side of someone, so I can do that. I can do a cancel attack right there, which I just did. And doing these abilities will get that fourth bar on the right to fill up. And see, now it says 1, and this character I'm using right now is electric. So I can start a combo with a level 1 electric on this person, and the prompt pops up, and now you can see there's a voltmeter above her. Now I can do electric or fire to continue the combo, but it has to be a level 2 electric or level 2 fire. So one of my partners might have a fire blade, but if not, I could switch fire over. Okay. Now I just changed my person to a fire. Now I can do a level 2 fire. And I'm pretty positive I do not have a wind or a ice, otherwise I could finish this combo. And yeah, you can die in mid-combat like that. But if I actually paid attention and used the blades in the right order, then I'd been able to finish the combo. It's important to try to finish the combo if you want to do maximum damage and kill off a boss as quick as possible. It gets even more in depth than that in just the combat, even though that's pretty in depth already, to actually equip the right blades to be able to extend combos to the full length, like I showed, where you do a level 1 electric, a level 2 water, and then you level up that bar all the way to level 3 for the next element to end the combo, and that last element that you do to end the combo puts that element around, orb around the enemy. And you can actually press start when you have a full party gauge. That will start a chain attack. And the chain attack will actually burst those orbs that are floating around the person. So you can get up to like 5 orbs floating around a boss and then start a chain attack. And then use corresponding elements to break the orbs during a chain attack. Will break all the orbs, doing a giant nuclear explosion pretty much, and killing off the boss in one final combo. And it's all dependent on your ability to play games. So you're rewarded for learning a proper way to set up your team and the proper way to use the skills they have in certain order. So the combat is very in-depth, the story is very in-depth, the pacing is on perfect, and it doesn't bore you with too much of one thing at any given point. You're constantly giving a new story to listen to like this, or you go into a new boss, or something new that was given to you that you can actually do then, like the mercenary quest. There's just a lot to do in the game, and it gives it to you at just the right pacing. But highly recommended. If you haven't played this game, you need to go pick it up. They got the expansion coming out soon for the game. I can't wait to pick that up. But it is something you deserve to play for yourself.